Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I want to remind you to be sure to comment on my channel so that you will be entered into the drawing for the free reading. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out your mid-June randomness video where I described in the details in the section, the description box, right? So every video that you comment on for the month of June is an entry into the thing. So let's get some guidance for you. I wanted to do monthly videos, but I really kind of wanted to line them up with the astrological signs. I thought about doing with the moon cycles, but I decided to go with the astrological signs. And so for you, so this month it's in Cancer, and so that's June 21st. To July 22nd, and for you that is in your 12th house of hopes and goals and dreams and wishes, and it's the culmination and the ending of cycles before the sun's shining on you. It's sort of like the drawing in and the contraction period before the sun like burst out all over you, right, and shines on you. And I think it's a good thing because here you are, oh my gosh, you are overburdened. Look at that. The 10 of Wands is the energy of this month for you, but that doesn't surprise me because I think that you find July is always like hard to move through. It's like just like it's the summer and you think you should be having more fun, and it's exhausting. And it might be exhausting from having a lot of fun because it is Wands, and it could be traveling, but it could be a lot of other things, and it's just a lot of stuff. And maybe you want to set some Wands down, I don't know. Excuse me for just a second. But that's a lot. That's a lot of a burden to carry. And so I think you're going to be feeling overburdened this month. But hang in there. Hang in there. Hey, it's just 1 month. So we have the sun. So the sun is in your 12th house, and Mercury of communications is in the 12th house, and then it moves into, on June 26th, it moves into your house. Okay, so now it's in your first house of you, and then on July 7th it backs up and starts going retrograde and ends up back in the water sign of Cancer before it goes direct on the 31st, and it'll take a little while for it to get back into Leo. And so it'll be this in and out of the fired up energy and lots of communication, and then back into slow moving, quiet, quiet might not be the right word, emotional energy of Cancer. And so you might feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster, which you are not going to enjoy because Leo doesn't like the emotional roller coaster. Not at all. And then Venus is also going to spend this period of time in Cancer. And so, does she even get out of there? No, that's where she's at. So she starts out in Gemini, but by July 3rd, she's into the water sign of Cancer. So there's just a lot of emotional water energy going on. Then we have the eclipses happening in July, so in Cancer and in Capricorn. And so we'll get into that a little bit more. But it's just, it's a time to regroup for you because it's the end of your solar cycle. And planets are slowing down and everybody's starting to go retrograde, and the only ones that aren't going retrograde this year are Venus and Mars. Everybody else is going retrograde or already is. And so it's just a kind of a time for reviewing, reflecting, and I think that you feel like you want to get out and have some fun. You'd like to have an adventure. So create an adventure for yourself. It says, wonderful new experiences fill my life. So change could be happening and you may not like it, but if you view it as an adventure, then it's fun, right? Okay, so I'm doing things differently. I'm shaking things up. Or if you're just feeling really overburdened and you need a break, go take a mini break. Say, you know what, it's summer. I want to get out and go do something. I want to go see something. I want to, do something fun. Create the adventure for yourself. Right? You're a co-creator of your own life, so manifest what you would like and go have some fun. With Mercury in retrograde, I would recommend like everybody's going to tell you, it's about reviewing, rewriting, renewing, redoing, all the rewords. But last year was really tough for you because all the retrogrades were in your sign. They were in the fire signs, but this time they're in water, and so it's not going to affect you so much. But I would recommend that it's like staticky noise. It's like the radio that's not tuned quite right, and you can't quite hear everything. So check the details on things. That is going to be important. Look at the contract a little more closely before you sign it. I knew this card was going to come out. Cancer got this, but I was looking. Taurus got it too. But I was looking at this card before I put it back in the deck. I'm like, that looks like Leo to me. Like, it just looks like you, and it's the peaceful warrior. And so I think the reason it keeps coming up so much is because I think when Mercury goes into Mars and then starts retrograding, I think tensions might end up being really high, and a lot of people are going to be a little difficult. And it's not just because of that, it's some of the other energies. We've got Uranus and Taurus. There's just like all these things causing everybody to kind of heat up. And I think that first week in particular, well, first 2 weeks, so July 1st to the 14th, I think those first 2 weeks are going to be really tense until we get to that full moon with the eclipse energy around, I think it's July 16th. So I think tensions are going to be high. So pack your patience, take a break when you need it, ask Archangel Ariel to help you stay calm. It says, thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. I'm not saying to back down. I'm saying check your words and make sure that what you say is what you really want to say. It's hard to take your words back, right? So try to be peaceful, try to be calm, try to keep your head in the game. Try to keep your head in the game. Don't let somebody push all your buttons and then get you off center. Okay? All right. So then Venus. Venus is about money, and it's about relationships. And I'm so itchy right now. God, I feel like this is going to be a very serious kind of energy for you to be navigating. So relationships, money, this could be what ends up triggering these discussions that look a little tough here. So, this is nice. Okay, so your attitude is everything. Remember to think of life as an adventure. Even when it feels like it's not going great, maintain your sense of calm and your centered. It's not stand your ground, but you have a lot of reasons to do that. It says obstacles and blocks are being lifted. I think that comes with that eclipse energy on the 16th. I think a lot of things that have been difficult to navigate suddenly become clearer. And so pick your attitude. It says positivity, faith, and optimism. So hang in there. The blocks and the obstacles will be lifted. So pick the attitude that helps you get there. Stay within yourself. Don't let other people drive your own bus, right? And so that new moon happens on July 2nd, and it's an eclipse. So that's energy that'll go out for like 18 months. So plant the seeds of intention for what you really want, because that's in your house of hopes and goals and dreams and wishes. So don't be afraid to literally reach for the stars on this, to really dream big. What is it that you want your life to look like 18 months from now? Write it down. Write it down. Great opportunity here. And then when that moon is full and we have that eclipse energy, it's going to be some major ending to a karmic cycle that needed to end. And I think that's when you put the wands down. I think they'll just be taken right out of your hands. You'll be very clear about what it is. So with the new moon energy, I think it says it's a time to give rather than to take. So try to be what's the word I want? Be fair. Be fair in your dealings with people. Be open to receiving help, and don't feel like you have to be carrying the burden. You don't have to be doing all the work. Okay? But this says it's a time to give rather than to take. So Look at your life and where have you been demanding a little bit more than your fair share? Who can you give back to help bring balance in? Because you also have the advice of show the world the real you. And Leo, you are a very kind soul. Yes, people are attracted to you. Yes, things come to you kind of easily. That's that magnetic part of you that comes from the sun. And it just shines out and people want to be in that light. People want to be in the light and not in the dark, right? That's why people are like more attracted to Leos than they are to maybe the darker brooding side like Scorpio. And that's not to say anything bad about Scorpio, but I'm just saying it's kind of like the light and the dark. And people are attracted to the light and they want to be with you and you're fun. And so show who you are, be fun, be generous, be kind, be loving. You attract more flies with honey. Now is the time to give. Now is the time to give the sweetness, genuine sweetness, not fake. To bend a little, to understand that in order for these obstacles to get blocked, you might have to do a little negotiating and you might need to give a little, right? So if you're like, no, it has to be this way, and they're like, no, it has to be this way, nobody's moving. But if you give a little, make a little room, then the obstacle moves out of your way or you go around it, however that works, right? That's how you win. Just by making a little bit of a move. All right, let's see what Mother Earth, Gaia, wants to give you for advice in handling these energies this month. They're powerful. They are. Wow. And transformative. This butterfly shows up a lot. Okay, so you have Whale. Live as a fully conscious being. That is, be aware that you are so much more than just this lifetime. Be aware that we are at the end of a major karmic cycle. And so act with integrity so as not to create situations for yourself moving forward that you really don't want to have to deal with. And be ready to transform with wisdom. The Whale is a lot about your Akashic records, about information coming to you. I don't see it here, but maybe it shows up next month. But if you can spend some time in meditation and really get in tune, you can pick up information from your guides, from your higher self, from the divine, that may help you on your path here. It's so funny. Okay, what? All right, these seem like, okay, first off, you have exploration, which is a lot like adventure. But you also have retreat. And I think this is the part where you are being invited to retreat into yourself and explore your Akashic records, to explore your intuition, to explore your relationship with the divine. I think that's where the exploration happens. I think that's where you figure out a lot of stuff. So dive deep into yourself and get to know who you are. And then look at this. This is why you should stay positive and have faith and optimism about the blocks being lifted in the area of finance. Those abundance is just pouring all over you. So I think your attitude and staying calm and being willing to give a little and not like being stuck in your energy will open up, grease the wheels, however you want to look at it, the flow of energy to you. Right? Okay, so these little cards are the ones with the little crystal mandalas, but they're so dinky. You can't really see them, but I like them. So I thought, we would see if we can't get you a card, or it looks like 3 or 4 mostly, to give you something to focus on this month. Like, what do you want to manifest or focus on to bring into, you know, the good parts, so that that 10 of Wands energy doesn't get you, right? So it's okay to set down a few of those wands, right? Careful you don't trip and fall. And I need the flashlight. You have confidence. That's you. Standing in your superpower, courage, and strength. Okay, Leo. Nice of you to show up for yourself. Be the real you. Show the world the real you. Show the world the real you, which looks like this. Strength, confidence, courage, the peaceful warrior. That's the real you. Stand in your superpower of being you. And I think if you just give a little, when you're confident that you can manifest or create whatever, then giving away a little or giving a little ground here or there, it's not a big deal, because you know you can create more, that more will come to you, and you do have this, the showering of abundance on you. So be willing to loosen up, you know, and allow stuff out so that more can come in. You have to create space for the universe to bring you more stuff that you really need, that you really want. Okay? Stuff could be love. It could be finances. It could be adventure. Whatever it is, just to get the energy shifting, you got to give a little to get a lot. Okay? That looks pretty solid. Nice reading. Yes. Okay, so don't forget to make a comment so you can get in the entry. And, you know, it looks like a really good month. So chase your dreams down. Stay confident. Be yourself. And remain calm. Right? All right. We'll talk soon.